motorcycles are sync-laden. I think they are. I think they're sync robots, and here comes a one headlighter, and they probably drove through the intersection at the same time. They were probably driving through the intersection at the same time with the one headlight car. Are they synchronating already right after I sit down? You got a syncer show set up? Oh, here comes this truck right as the police car drove by. Probably sinking. He's probably knee deep in the sink crack. They're probably all sinking in these cars, sinking around. Just tinkering around with their sink cars. Driving around in their sink toys, being sink toys with the sink boys. They're driving around being synchronated toys in their toy cars. And this guy's always getting stuck in, and there's a white truck. There was another white truck turning over there too at the same time. They're all synchering. They're synchering out there. They're synchronating. They're synchronator bot cars, like synchronator Terminator bot, sync bots. This white SUV doesn't have any headlights. He just doesn't have his headlights on. I don't know if he's sinking. Let's see, like if there's a white car up there right as he gets there or something, then it's probably a sinker. No white car. Alright. Don't see him right now. I don't know who's the sinker right now. They're gonna be pulling up in here in the parking lot probably. They're probably gonna do that. Are they sinking? Those cars were driving right by each other right as that car drove out over here. I think they were all silver. I don't know if they were sinking, but that seemed like a sinker. It seemed like a sinker show with the silver sinker surfers. Sinking around, sinking. Like these sinkers sinking, I bet. But these are white sinker cars. Doing the sinkers around me, sinking around me. With the sinker points around me. And they're sinker cars. Driving by corners and corners of buildings and crosswalks and certain doors of buildings and different sinker points. There's this one road where there's no other intersection, like no other streets intersecting it. She's coming out at the same time as this car's pulling up. Are they sinking? You sinking over there? Y'all syncering? But there's this one road where there's no streets intersecting it, and they'll drive by it at like poles. Like there's different like There's different poles out there. Electric poles where they'll drive by and do their drive-bys. And there goes a white truck. Yep, I think this truck in the parking lot was sinking. I think he's a sinkerer. They're synchronating in their synchronator cars. They're being robots again in their synchronated cars. They're just driving a bunch of synchronated cars, acting like fucking robot retards. Synchronated around me, synchronating at me. They're just gonna come by and synchronate at me. Synchronated. As fuck. Like, synchronated down to the last synchronate. Here comes a cop. There comes a cop in a truck pulling over in front of the cop. They're probably synchronating with this guy walking across the street. They're probably all synchronating with each other like a bunch of fucking robots. Synchronating around me with their synchronits. Like some synchrobot loser retard robots. That's probably what they're doing. Those guys walking behind me, that's probably what they're doing. That's why I started talking so loudly, because that's probably exactly what they were doing, walking right behind me, so. I'm just saying, this truck's pulling off again off the side of the street. This white truck drives by, and all the other cars in the clown parade are driving by, probably. It's probably just a whole clown parade driving by. I think it probably is just a clown show with all these cars right now, in this car. They're all synchronating with their synchronants. They're all just gonna synchronate at me like synchrobots. Syncrated out on the synchro juice. OD'd on synchronants. OD'd. He's completely OD'd, dead off the synchronants. Just walking dead. Walking on just living off of the synchronate juice only, you know. It's the only thing keeping him going. Oh, here's a cop car. Is he being a synchronate juice drinker? Is he drinking the synchronate Kool-Aid over there? Is a white car driving by me right as he's driving out? Yeah, I think that was a synchronate crackhead driving by in a cop car. I think that was a cracked out synchronated synchro bot driving by in a synchro cop car. Synchronated with another synchro bot. Synced out on sync crack. They're OD'd, synced out, sync crack addicted sync heads. Syncing up with me like sync fucks. Synchronating sync tards, sync bots. Syncing up with me. Like, just driving by in a cop car, popping out of white trucks, synchronating with me. I don't know if this guy's synchronating over here with his loud. I don't know if he's synchronating. I don't know who's synchronating all around me, but a lot of people around me are synchronating. Synchronating bot-tards. Just bot-brain synchronate snorters. Just bot-brain synchronate snorters. Just snorting a whole mountain of synchronate powder. Just every time I walk by, they gotta hit another line of synchronate. Every time I walk by, they're just hitting another line of the synchronate powder. Like the same people, every time I walk by them, they're hitting another line of the synchronate powder. That's what they're doing. Oh, there goes that light turning off over there again. And there's a white SUV at the same time. Oh. Is this a clown parade of silver clowns? I don't know. I bet the white synchronate crack colored synchronate car was a synchronate car. I bet that was a synchronate crackhead car and a synchro crack rock color synchronate car. And here comes another sinker snorter. He's snorting the sink right now. He's gonna sync up with this sink. Is this a sink? No, it's not another white car. I don't know. Is he gonna sink over here? Sometimes they don't sink there, but then they sink over there, and it's a sink. You know, it actually turns out being a sink. They'll just sink at random times, and then you're like, was that a sink? And you'll go walk by the same person 5 times, and they're doing something every time. They're doing a thing every time you walk by. Like they're at work doing things, but then they're doing a different thing every time you walk by while they're doing the thing. Like they're going from one thing to there goes 2 white cars at the same time. They'll do one thing in front of the other, or like they'll do one thing next to you. I mean, they'll do one thing right as you walk by. This is the best way to explain it. Like they'll set down a box right as you walk by, or you'll just be standing there and they'll set the box down on the table, but they're just setting it right directly in front of you just to set it there in front of you. Like a car will pull up and park right here in this space just because I'm sitting here, even though there's nothing over here that's open, you know. Like that happened one night here. I think it was at this bench. Yeah. A car just pulled up right here in front of me. And there's nothing over here. And they walked over there. And there's all these spaces open. And they just parked right here in front of me. I think it had a 33 license plate or something like that. I don't remember, but like they'll just park right in front of me when there's all these other spaces over here. They'll just synchronate with me, you know? They'll just synchronate. That's just what they do. They just gotta synchronate. Like I'm standing up from a bench now. They're getting ready to synchronate in a second. You know? I'm about to stand up at a bench, and some guy in a car is around a corner somewhere waiting to synchronate. That is happening right now. There's multiple cars around here and multiple people walking around waiting to synchronate on me once I step up off of the bench. That is happening right now. That's gonna happen. They're going to pop out synchronated as soon as I step up off of a bench. They're gonna hit me right there or right at some other synchro point soon after that. It's either gonna be a car driving around the corner over here right as I stand up, or like right as I get over to that synchro point or over to that intersection or something. They're gonna do something. Like, it's just gonna happen. And they're ready to do it the moment I stand up. They're gonna do it. They just gotta do it. They're synced out. They are synced out. They are synced out. There's either just a car somewhere waiting, or someone walking a dog waiting, or a fire truck waiting to set off a siren, or all of the above. There's multiple things waiting around the corner to come sink me in a second. Like, that's reality right now. That's the world. That's the world. Is this the sinker car at the sinker point? This is the black car, but it was aligned with the sinker stop. The sinker corner. Oh, I see the drone, I think. I think that's the drone. And this guy's meeting me right here. Directly, instantly. I don't know if he's sinking, but probably. They're probably both sinker cars. Because they got all the low-key sinker cars, too, sneaking around sinkily. They do. And then they'll drive out and do something blatant to let you know that they do. Like, you just do things. They just do things in front of you just to mock you and taunt you. Like, it's just hilarious. Like, they'll just pop out right after I turn my camera off, just to be like, ha ha. Even though I've caught so much on camera, they just hide on the camera sometimes. I don't know. Where are they? Where'd they go now? Come synchronate with me. I'm walking down a street, guys. I'm now walking down a street. You gotta come to synchronate. Get on your synchro cycles and synchro cars. Come out and synchronate like synchro-bot losers. Come on. Bring out your white synchro cars. Is this a sinker? You sinking? Y'all sinking over there? Y'all sinking over there? You sinking? Are you a synchro bot? I think there's synchro bots over there in the red truck slamming the doors right as I cross the street. And that other one that was meeting me at the intersection was a synchro bot. And this is a white synchro bot. Those are synchro bots. They're synchro botting. They are. That's what they're doing. They're synchro botting out here, synchronically with me, walking down the street. Just because I'm walking down the street, there's synchro bots out here running around like zombies, synchronizing with me in a Twilight Zone, Truman Show Matrix of synchro zombies in the I Am Legend synchro zombie world, where I'm Will Smith and everybody around me is a synchro zombie. Like here's a white synchro zombie truck. You know? Just there again. It's just there again, you know? It's just another video at another time on another day where it's just there again. Synchronized synchrobots, synchronated like synchrotards. Where are they at now? Where's the white cars? Where's all the white synchrobot losers? Where's the white car? Oh, there's the white car. They gotta throw one when I get to the other side of the street, at least. It's like, send out a white car. He's crossing a street. He's crossing a street. We have to send a white car now. We have to send people out with red shirts behind him in white cars at streets. We have to send out people with red shirts at sinker points and white cars at sinker points. And he's gonna catch it on every video, synchronated. And people are still gonna say he's crazy because most of the people are synced out, sync-tard, sync spies. Sync-tarded, sync spy, sync freaks. And they're sync bot cars. It's the gimmick again. You're gonna come out and sync up with me at this intersection, probably. You just gotta come out and party with me at every intersection and put on a party. But they're just all high-fiving each other and sneak dissing me. Here comes. Here he comes with a red shirt. Here he comes with a red shirt. There he goes. There goes another one. There they go. There they go, driving by, high-fiving each other. Like, we synced him again. We synchronated him. And there's a jet flying directly over me as I cross the street too. Probably synchronated with the street crossings. Here comes a one headlight car down the street. He's probably driving up to synchronate me. He probably doesn't have one headlight. He probably turned it off with a switch to drive up to synchronate me. That's probably what that is. Not a joke. That's probably what that is. It's not actually a guy with a broken light bulb. It's a guy that turned off a light with a switch to drive up and synchronate with me. To sync me. Oh, he did. He's not coming up here, I guess. He turned. So maybe not. Maybe it is a guy with a broken light bulb. There goes the white car there at the white car point. That's white car corner over there. There goes the white car driving by there again. It's not a white car corner, it's a gang stalk corner. But it's usually white cars that are gang stalking. And they're gang stalking sinkerly. And they're sinking SyncBot gang stalk cars like SyncBot sink heads. Synced out on the sink juice, sinking out, synced out on the floor dead. Just synced out. Just synced out, dude. Look at the synced out white cars at the sink point where they sink with their sink. With their sinking. They're gonna sink on me and synced with other sinkers. There they go sinking again. They're sinking again. They just sink out of their minds. They just keep snorting the sink. They're just gonna keep snorting the sink. They're just gonna keep snorting the sink. I just can't stop. Here goes a white truck taking off right now. He's sinking me. This car's turning here right now. He's probably sinking me. They're probably sinking me. Most likely they are probably sinking me. Most likely. White car right at the corner. Perfectly sinker lead. We're gonna sink. We're just gonna sink. It's just gotta happen again. They just gotta do it again. If I would have kept walking, he would have drove by me at the crosswalk. They just gotta do it. Like, it's just, here comes a white car with one headlight again. I think that's the same white one headlight car I kept seeing earlier today. And there goes two more white cars at the same time that he drives by me. And they're driving by in front of me at the same time. You know, the white car going this way and the white car going that way are driving by right here. And he's got one headlight. They just got to drive by with their white cars sinking me. They just have to do it. They just can't stop doing it. They just can't stop sinking me. I don't know why I'm so special, but they just gotta sink me all day, every every day, but they just gotta sink me all day every day. I'm not saying that I'm special or nothing. They are, because they just be sinking me all day every day. And I'm like, I'm just walking around, walking to the store, and they're just gonna sink me all the way there and all the way back. And when I get home, they're gonna be sinking me out my window. And they're gonna be sinking me in my apartment building. And you know, he's probably strategically parked to sink me like a sinker bot. Like, I wasn't planning on sitting down here, but maybe he just parked there just in case I did. I don't know. They be having everything all mapped out, though. Let's see if he sinks with anything. Sink with something? Maybe the truck that drove by right when he took off, there was a bunch of white cars over there when it drove by or something. I don't know. I wasn't looking. But, they'll just sink things, They just keep playing their little sinker games and sinking me. Just running a sink train on me. Just sinking me, raping me with their sink cars. They're just sinking on me. I don't know why, they don't even tell you why. At least tell me why. Or is it just an experiment? They're just running an experiment on me from birth? Or what's going on? Why am I being synced on? And, how did this start? Why did I get put on the sinker list? Why am I being sinkered on a list by sinker cars? I don't know. They don't tell you, though. And then if you ask them, they don't know anything about what you're talking about. So it's just I don't know. I don't know why. Okay. I guess I'm being sinkered everywhere I go for the rest of my life. I just gotta live with it, I guess. I don't know why they do it. But it's just what it is. It's just what it is. So this car just parks, and then this white SUV is pulling out. Same time. And they're probably sinking over there, sinking with their sinkers. Just because I'm sitting here on a bench, they're gonna park over there. I don't know. It's if you go to Walmart, you got a drone up here in the sky, just slowly moving across the sky. It was over here a minute ago, now it's over here. And oh, it's sinking right now. Yeah, I don't know why I'm on a sinker list, but I am. I really am. I'm being sinkered by sinkerers. They're sinking things around me. And doing weird, creepy things. And intimidator things to to sink and intimidate around me with their synchronators. With their syncrificators. They're gonna sink around me. With all their technological gadgets and all their frequency weapons and just all their things, whatever they can do with anything, they're just gonna sink it around me and sink it on me and sink at me. They're just gonna sink me standing up with a white car driving around a corner over by me. They're just gonna sink a white car around the corner real quick, right as I stand up. They're just gonna sink a plane flying over me as I walk by a crosswalk. Like, you're just gonna sink a plane flying directly over me, low in the sky, right as I walk by a crosswalk. And why? I don't know. I really don't know. They were sinking. Did you see the sink? Did you see him go in the door right as the car drove in front of the door from my perspective? The loud car I was driving by with the loud sinker sounds. They just drive loud cars on purpose just to drive by you loud. To spook you or whatever. To intimidate you or just overwhelm your senses. Or just whatever they're trying to do. But they're just gonna sink. They're just gonna sink things is what I'm trying to say. They're just gonna sink things. I know I've said that a billion times already, but that's just what they're gonna do. That's just what they do all day, and that's what they do. They're the syncolators. They syncolate. They syncolate with their syncolators. They're gonna come out and do their syncrocators and synchronate me for the synchronator, Terminator, Skynet, clown machine, AI network, ran by the whatever, Freemasons or whatever is running it. Or maybe they're run by the AI too. I don't know. Like maybe the AI just runs everything. I don't know. I don't know. Here comes a cop car. Is he synchronating? You sinking with these white cars? Are you sinking in your cop car again? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Are they gonna syncolate again? This guy's getting in this truck. Is he a syncolator? Are you gonna sink? Are they gonna sink with other sinker bots? Oh, this guy's got one lower light on this truck. He just turns it off right as he starts driving. Yeah, and that white car was driving in front of me right as he was like taking off. They were synchrolating, I bet. They were sinking, just like that cop car that drove by. He was a sinkerlator sinking like a sink bot, fake cop sink. I mean, a real cop, I guess, because I guess that's what the cops just do most of the time. Well, battery's getting low. Can't record the sinks anymore for now. But when I get up and walk away from this bench, they're gonna be sinking me all the way to my apartment, I bet. They're just gonna have to sink at that moment. They're just gonna have to send cars and people running out because I started walking again. They're just gonna have to do it at that moment. They're just gonna have to send people walking out and driving out just because I stood up and started walking again. Like, they're just sitting somewhere in a white SUV parked right now, waiting for me to stand up out of a bench so they can go drive out synced with me walking. Like a sync bot. Like a synchronated robot zombie. They're gonna drive out right as I stand up from a bench. And then drive out synchronized with me walking. That's what someone's about to do right after I stand up out of this bench and start walking. Multiple people are gonna come out synchronizing with me like robot synctards. Synchronized synctard sync bots.